Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Board Game Heaven Talks Accessories. My name is Raymond, and in this video I'm going to show you how to put together and review the ATS organizer by InMyBox, which is compatible with Among the Stars by Artipia Games, and it also holds all of the expansions that you see here. Will all fit in the base game. I saw these people at Spiel in 2021. I took home a flyer, and a couple of weeks later they actually contacted me even before I had a chance to check out the website and see what they had. And they asked me if I was interested in reviewing some of these. So they sent me several inserts, and this is one of them. So let me just show you how to put this together. Then I'll put everything inside the box, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So here it is, the ATS organizer for Among the Stars and expansions. They send it to you just in a box with bubble wrap, and it's packed into some of this plastic wrapping. So let's just open that up. So there's quite a few sheets. They are numbered. So this one says, for example, 3 of 8. It also says this is a resource box. So they kind of made each of these punch boards a separate thing. They don't come with instructions, but they do have instructional videos on their website, which you can find by scanning that code or just inmybox.eu. And you can see how to put it together and how to put it in the box, so you don't really need anything else. So let's just have a look. We'll start with the first one because that's how they do it in the videos. They just follow the numbers really. And they also tell you you don't need glue. So you can just build this, tap it all together, and it will be tight enough that you don't need glue. Now I'm going to use glue anyway because with boxes like this I just prefer to use glue, but apparently it's tight enough that you don't really need it. All right, let's put 7 and 8 to the side for now. So let's see, this is 1, this is 3, this is 5 and 6, 5 and 6, this is 4, and this should be 2. Yes, it is. All right, so these are for later. I'll do these first. So let's start with this one. And you can just, I mean, most of it is kind of loose already, but you can just press it out very easily or twist it. And it'll just fall out. So you just need to find the spots where they are still connected and just press there. They made good use of the wood. There's barely any wood left on the sprue, so that's good. And you can recycle this, so that's good too. All right, so as you can see here, this actually has text on the bottom, so you know what goes where, and I do appreciate that. It tells you all of the tokens and where they go. So these are the longer sides, which go left and right. These are the taller sides, which go on the front and back. And these are simply dividers. They're all the same. So you can just press them in. There is a long slot and short slot, as you can see. So there's only one way these go in, and then just tap them in. So basically, I don't really need glue. So I can just tap those in, and that is pretty sturdy. That is actually very sturdy, so I might not glue that. I'll probably just use some glue on the sides. So you just get all of those in there. Those are your dividers. Then you need to check, of course this won't work, so that way around, because these notches need to line up with these. And then just press that on. So I am going to use some glue, even though it's not necessary. I do notice that I tap them in a little bit crooked. So make sure you tap them in straight. So there you go. I'm just gonna put little dabs, if I still have some glue left. That is, there it is. Just little dabs here. But again, it appears you don't really need them. And here is the first tray all done for all of your tokens. So that's pretty cool. Has these little holes that you can pick it out of the box easily. All right, so that was one. Then we've got two and I guess three. So let's see how that works. That is also pretty straightforward, it seems. So if this is the bottom, again, with the text on it, so you know what to put where, which is convenient, and a lid which also says resource box. So we have a front and a back and two sides. So these are the dividers. Now we just need to make sure which way around, and I'm guessing the slanted edge here goes to the back like this, because then, let's see, this will slide in the back, and this is gonna be the front, because this has the slots that go in here and the slots that go in here. So that's gonna be the front. All right, let's just tap those in. There you go. That slides in. Also make sure that they're straight. That goes in quite easily. And then I don't think it matters if I put these in first and then that one, but I'm just gonna do these first because these do slide over this. And I'm gonna again use just a little bit of glue here. Put this one on and make sure, of course, again, you have the right alignment, like so. Ah, I see what I did wrong. There's actually a left and a right side to this. I made a mistake. Easily remedied, fortunately. All right, so this one goes here. But I only just noticed, and that's my bad, that these are actually different. See, there is an indentation here that the other one does not have. I should have noticed that before. Okay, and then you have the lid on all the resources here, and you can just put that on like this and then slide it shut. Well, there you have it. Nice looking resource box, which you can then slide open again and just take that off like so. All right. And that, I think, fits on top of this actually rather nicely. Look at that. That's really good. All right, move on to the next. So here it also has some text. It says 8 race tiles, 1 race tile A and B from ambassadors, and 3 race tiles from expanding the universe or the galaxy. And 6 influence tiles. All right. So expanding the alliance, that's it. So again, there's 2 dividers. So we'll have to figure out which are which. And there is, yeah, I also need this. These are simply, oh, I already, by lifting them up, they come off the sprue. These are simply the dividers that you slide in, like this one. But there's one that is a fixed divider, so I need to take that. I need to use these as well, because all of this is part of the card box. All right, there we go. Let's put that away. So let's figure this out. Again, it has a slot, so one is probably going to be here. There is, so we have this here. So I would say, let's just talk about that. If we put this one here, and the other one with the slot here, and you can't do it any other way, which is great. This is good engineering, because this slot is longer. This will not fit there, and this will not fit there. So you can only put this divider in here. That's great. I love that. That's good engineering. They've given this a lot of thought. You cannot go wrong. Plus, these larger slots here are for this. So the ones with the larger slots in the back are the middle dividers, which leaves the rest to be the sides. So we have a side here. These three will go in here, and this slot will hold this divider. And again, one is high, one is low, so you can't turn it around. This goes here, that goes there. So then the only thing that's left is another divider for the right side, and this will be the front. So that's well done. And yeah, again, we have to check which way this goes around. Maybe this one doesn't matter, this could be symmetrical, but that is how you put it together. So before I do that, I want to put this one in here first, because once I put this one in here, it's going to be hard. So I'll do that first, and that just slides in super easily. So I can confirm that you actually don't need glue, because I have to whack this pretty hard to get it all flush. I mean, it's still a little bit sticking out here, so looking good. And then you can, of course, take these dividers and just divide them anywhere you want to put the cards in. So let's do that. Let's take the box, let's take all of these, and then put everything inside. All right, so having put all of this together, I've already sorted the cards in the card box. This is just from the core game. All of these cards, they're unsleeved, but this will fit sleeved cards. This, and I believe this, is from the two smaller expansions, and this as well. And these two packs are from Revival, what's it called again? I haven't even played it. Yeah, Revival, exactly. So these are still in the plastic, but they will go in here. So there's plenty of room, and I mean, there's almost double the space that you need. So if you sleeve these, no problem. So that simply goes into the box like this. It's a pretty tight fit, but it fits nicely. All right, so these two obviously go here, but let's just put on in these things over here. So we have 8 race tiles, 1 from A and B, and 3 from ETA. So that's over here. So these are the 8 race tiles from the core game, 3 from Expanding the Alliance, and 1 from the ambassadors. So just have all of those tiles, and you can just put them in here either like this or flat. It also has the 6 influence tiles. So let's see. I think I'll just put it in like this. 6 influence tiles. Let's see. Oh, I guess that's these, because they are the same size. So those go in here as well. So you got everything in there. I do wish I had a couple of extra dividers, but I guess I don't really need to divide them as much as I did over here. But, you know, just a couple extra would be nice, or being able to order some extras with your order if you're gonna get this insert. That would have been nice as well. It is good that you can put them next to each other too. Sometimes these have you know, like slots that are as broad as the divider, so you can't put 2 next to each other, but these only go halfway, so that is very well done. All right, so then we have a bunch of tokens from all of these boxes here, and we have this. So in this box, you're supposed to put the 4 player markers from the core game, 2 from the ambassadors, and 2 from REV. Oh, that's Revival, exactly, of course. So these are the player markers. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 from the core game. The black and white one are, I think, from Revival. And I've got 2 more here from Expanding the Alliance. Or is that from Ambassadors? From Ambassadors, probably, yeah. So those can go in there. Then we have a couple of slots for these different races. We have the Ludos, the Nixtos, Infestation as well. So these, I believe, were the 5 Ludos tokens, if I'm not mistaken. No, hang on, these are the Nixtos tokens. So they go here. Now, I believe that these were the Ludos, so I don't know exactly. Those won't fit in here. These are big, so I'm not entirely sure. Let's just put these here. Put this here as well, because I don't really remember all of these tokens. We have 6 infestation tokens, that's these. Then we've got 4 ambassador reminder tokens, which is these, and 8 advisor tokens. So are these 8? No, these are 5. I think that's these over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, but that's 10. There's 10 of these tokens. Oh wait, we have this as well. So let's see, do they belong here perhaps? No, those are credit tokens, spaceship tokens, energy cubes. So I'm just gonna put all of these in here instead, like that, because those other ones, these aren't gonna fit there anyway. So yeah, I'll just put those there. Then we've got the, let's see, the year marker. There's 2, apparently. This one, and I don't know, maybe it's one of these. And we have the copy tokens. So these I do have. They can go there, so that's all nice. Let's see, then we've got, wait, let's do the energy cubes first. They're on the left, so we have plenty of energy cubes from all the expansions as well. So those go in here. That fits nicely. You can get rid of those Ziploc bags. Then we have the 1 credit token and the 5 credit token. There's even some 10 credit tokens from the expansion. So I'll have to actually sort them out. I was hoping to just toss them in. But yeah, so the single credits, they go in here, and the 5 credits go in here. And there's even 2 10 credits, which came with one of the expansions. Where, I mean, not really important, but there's plenty of tokens. But those go in there, so I'll just put all of those in. There we go. Then we have a slot for all of these spaceship tokens. That's great too. There you go. So I love that you can put all of these in here. And then you have the lid for this box, which is also great. So that won't fall out, but that will go on top of this. So I've still got some tokens left here, for which apparently there's not really a space unless the 8 advisor token. Oh yeah, that's these, of course. They have the advisor portraits on them. So that's these. There's I think there's even more than 8. I'm not mistaken. Oh, this might be actually that token. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's 8 of them now. So those go in here as well. So I'm left with these, but fortunately, I mean, I'll put this on top of this, like that, and that will sit in here. There you go. I will just put that with these in here. I mean, there's plenty of space. There is not a dedicated spot for these. So no problem. That goes in there. And I can get rid of all of those Ziploc baggies and just take out these boxes, put them on the table, and I'm done. Just throw one of these in just to be sure. And I have 2 of these, one from the core game and one from Revival. I guess you only need one because they are exactly the same. So sadly, the insert only has room for one of them. I mean, you can put it on top. But as far as I can tell, these are identical. So one of them is basically reserved, but I'm going to hold on to it anyway. And then, of course, finally, we have the rule books. So we have the Revival rule book, the core rule book, and the 2 expansions. And you can just put those on top of everything. And I believe that is everything from all of the games neatly stored into one box. Let's go to my final thoughts. So my final thoughts on the InMyBox insert for Among the Stars. Well, first of all, I really like the fact that it has room for everything from the core game and all of the expansions, even the standalone Revival expansion. So all of these boxes you don't need in your shelf anymore. So you can just get rid of all of that, which is fantastic and saves space. So that is the biggest pro of having one of these inserts. It's also very easy to put together. It's fun to put together. I always like building these. And yeah, it has separate slots for everything. So you can just put all of the manuals inside. It has a slot basically to keep the board in place. Because it has these notches that kind of keep it from sliding around. So that's good. So you have that. And then it simply has room for all of the cards with dividers. So you can divide your cards however you want. I think I would have liked a couple of extra dividers though. Maybe they will sell them separately. That would be nice if they could just send you a separate sheet with 4 or 6 of these dividers in their web shop. That might be a thing they'd want to add. And I mean, it has a space for all of these tiles, and then it has these 2 boxes. So you have one box with a lid, which I find very convenient, that you can just take off like this if you slide it back. That has all of these ship tokens and the coins and these energy tokens and these cubes. So that's very handy. You can just put that on the table and have that at the ready right there. And then the bottom tray, which has these 2 holes, so you can just slide it out with your fingers like that, has all the rest of the tokens. Now, there was a small error, I think, in the printing of the names of the tokens that go in here, because this tray here had the, let's see what it was, the Ludos tokens, which I believe were these bigger tokens with this race printed on them, and they don't fit in here. So I could fit them in here just fine. So there's plenty of room. That's not the problem. It's just a little nitpick is that the name in here is wrong. They can still change that. I mean, that would be an easy fix. But even, you know, if they didn't, it just works the way it is. So I'm not too bothered about that, to be honest. So I'll just put that back in here. And it just fits really nicely. I just really like how that works. So I can actually put this the other way around so I can have the text facing me when I open the box. So that goes in here, and then this goes on top. And that's that with the rules, and everything is flush inside the box. It does only have space for one of these boards. So if you have 2 of these like I did, then you can still put it in, but it will raise the lid just a little bit. But with just one board, which is really all you need because it's the same board anyway, it will sit flush in the box. So that's that. Really liking this insert. I hope you also liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll also get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Please also consider becoming a Patreon saint to my channel. That way you can help me to make more videos and to do what I do. Click the Patreon link in the description below or the icon at the end of this video. And if you do, you'll get your name in the credits of all of my videos, as well as access to my Patreon exclusive videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.